Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Book. Today I'm going to read one book named Christmas in Peru by Joyce Hannah with painting, and I'm really excited about it. So, what are you waiting for? Let's go! Christmas in Peru, Chapter 1, Christmas 1957. It is night, and the fields near the village are white with snow. The village is quiet, but not everybody is sleeping. Eyes are watching the roads and the fields near the village, because this is Czechoslovakia and the year is 1957. Across the fields, only half a kilometer away, is the Austrian border. But the people of Czechoslovakia are not free to go to Austria. The border guards watch day and night, and they carry guns. In a house, in a village, a man and a woman are talking. The woman holds a 6-month-old baby boy in her arms. She's excited, but she's afraid too. "Tell me again," she says. "Did he get to Austria all right last night?" "Yes, he did," the man says. "Nobody saw him, nobody heard him, but last night it was easy because the sky was dark. Tonight it's more difficult. Look at that moon." "But it's Christmas night," the woman says. "And the guards are drinking in the guardhouse, yes?" "That's true," says the man, "but sometimes they come out and drive up and down the road for a time, so you must be careful, and you must run fast, very fast." He looks at his watch. It's time to go. The woman puts on a white coat and white hat. The baby wears a white coat too, and the woman carries him on her back. "Good." The man says, "White is best when there's snow. Nobody can see you. Now, are you ready? Let's go." They leave the house and walk quickly out of the village. After a time, they stop and the man says very quietly, "Okay, do you see those trees? Turn right there and go 15 meters. When you come to the road, go across it quickly and run down the hill through the trees. Then you come to the river. Turn left and go 5,000 meters. The trees finish there, and you can walk through the river easily. Across 2 more fields, and you're in Austria. Our friends are waiting for you in the second field. Go now. Goodbye. Good luck." The woman begins to run. The baby on her back is sleeping, but now he opens his eyes and begins to cry. The woman is afraid and runs more slowly, but the baby is crying. It's loud in the night. At the trees, the woman turns right and soon she is at the road. She does not see the black car under the trees, but the man is the car see her. Suddenly, there is a noise in the night, the noise of guns. Then it is quiet again. The woman's body lies in the snow on the road. Now the only second is the crying of the baby. Chapter 2, England, 1995. "Hey, John, look at this," Carol said. She had a letter in her hand and took it across to her husband at the breakfast table. "It's from the Oxford Orchestra," she said. "They're giving concerts in the Czech Republic this Christmas. They're doing 3 concerts in Peru, and they're asking me to go because they need a harpist. Shall we go to Peru for Christmas? I can play with the orchestra, and you can come with us." "Where are the concerts?" asked John. "I always have a lot of work in the week before Christmas. I must finish writing my new book then." John taught Czech at Oxford University and wrote books about languages. He was born in Czechoslovakia, but came to England with his father when he was very young. He met Carol when she was one of his students at university. The first concert is on December 20th, Carol answered. Are you free then? No, I'm sorry, Carol, John said. But I can't come before December 24th. Well, it doesn't matter. You can come for the second concert. It's on December 25th. But what about my father? John said. We can't go away and leave him at Christmas time. He loves a family Christmas with us. You know that. Joseph Welch was 68 years old, and his eyes were bad. He couldn't see very well, so he lived with Carol and John. Joseph can come with us, Carol answered. He often talks about Prague at Christmas. He says it's the most beautiful time of the year there because of all the snow on the old buildings. I know, said John, but he only talks about Prague. He never wants to go there. Every time we ask him to come with us, he says no. I don't know why, but I think it's because of my mother. When he thinks about Prague, he remembers her. You know, sometimes he cries when he looks at his photo of her after all these years. Just then the door opened and John's father came slowly into the room. Good morning, he said, and sat down at the table. Is there any coffee? It's cold now, said Carol. Shall I make you some more? Thank you, my dear, he answered. You're very good to me. Carol went out for some coffee. John looked at his father carefully. I must ask him now, he thought. Why Carol is out of the room. You're very quiet, John, said the old man. Is something wrong? No, said John quickly. Nothing wrong. It's just I want to ask you a question, but it's difficult. John stopped. His father smiled. Difficult? Why is it difficult? Are you afraid of an old man? Of course not, said John, but I am afraid of your answer. You say Carol wants to go very much. She loves playing her harp, but it's Christmas time and... Stop, said Joseph. What are you talking about? Where does Carol want to go at Christmas? To Prague, said John, and I would like to go with her. We want you to come too. Oh, said the old man, to Prague. I understand now. The room was suddenly very quiet. John drank his cold coffee and waited. The old man took something out of his pocket. It was a photograph of his dead wife, John's mother. He spoke very quietly, not to John, but to the photograph in his hand. Perhaps now, before I die, just once I can go back again. Carol came back with some coffee. She looked at Joseph, then at John. Shh, he's thinking about Prague, John said quietly. Carol put the coffee on the table and sat down. The hands on the clock slowly moved through 2 long minutes. Then the old man put the photograph back in his pocket. All right, he said. Let's all go to Prague for Christmas. It's beautiful there when it snows. I remember it so well, so very well. Chapter 3. The Accident. The first rehearsal began at 9 o'clock and finished at 2 o'clock. What a long morning, everyone said. I'm sorry, the conductor, but we have very little time. The first concert's tomorrow night and a lot of important people are coming, so we must play well. Now please go and eat. This afternoon is free, so you can go and look at this beautiful city. Tomorrow morning we begin again at 9 o'clock. Please don't be late. Carol left the rehearsal room with Alan, one of the first violinists. What are you going to do this afternoon, Carol? Alan asked. I'm going to get a quick sandwich and then I'm going shopping, Carol said. My husband John and his father are arriving on Sunday. Monday is Christmas Day and I haven't got any presents for them. I must find something this afternoon. Are you only free afternoon? See you tomorrow then, said Alan. And good luck with the shopping. Thanks, Carol said. There are some wonderful shops in this Stairmeadow, the old town, so I'm going down there. Carol went into a lot of shops that afternoon. In the end, she got a book for John and a picture for his father. When she left the old town, it was nearly dark. It was very cold, so she walked quickly through the streets back to her hotel. There were Christmas trees in all the shops' windows, and the city looked beautiful. There was a lot of noise too. People, cars, taxis, buses. Everybody's doing their Christmas shopping, Carol thought. Suddenly, she saw a man cross the street. It was John. Why was he in Prague so soon? John, she shouted across the street, but John didn't hear her. He walked on. Carol shouted again, very loudly, John! John! It's me, Carol! A lot of people stopped this time. They all looked at her. The man stopped too. He turned and looked at Carol for a minute, but he didn't smile and he didn't speak. He was a very long minute for Carol. Her husband's eyes were cold, and Carol began to feel afraid. Then he moved and began to walk away from Carol. Down a little street, Carol did not understand it. But she knew one thing. She did not want to lose him. Perhaps he didn't see me very well. It's so dark now. He's going... where is he going? John, come back. Are you ill? She ran across the street. There was a sudden noise and somebody shouted. 2 seconds later, Carol lay in the snow. She ran right in front of me, the bus driver said later. I couldn't stop. There was no time. Carol's face was white and her eyes were closed. Soon, an ambulance came and took her body away. Was she alive or dead? Continue the story in the next video. Bye bye.